Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sunday the 13th of February 2022. I am Spirit of Life Alchemy, and this is your morning message tarot reading. So we've got some astrology today. So the moon is going to spend another full day in Cancer. So another day of nurturing, self-care, retreating into our shells, etc. And while in Cancer, the moon's going to form an opposition to both Mars and Venus and trine Neptune. So it really could be time to snuggle up with a lover or to dream about the loves and desires that you want to manifest in your own life. Mars and Venus are just starting their month-long tango together through Capricorn and then into Aquarius, so it's quite unusual for them to spend such a long time in conjunction. So this could be big energies to sort of look at within yourself about how you balance your own divine masculine and divine feminine energies, or sort of how you are in relationships, etc. So you can do the inner work and also the outer work, both intertwine with each other. So, let's see what the cards have to say for today. I'm going to do some Gaia deck oracles first of all. So what do we need to know for today? The 13th of December, I've been saying that, or thinking that a few days now. 13th of February 2022. What do we need to know for today? The 13th of February 2022. Messages from Spirit for the collective. What help, advice and support can you give us to help navigate these energies? What do we need to know? What are we learning? What messages is it the right time for us to receive? What do we need to know? Okay, so at the bottom of the deck we've got apprehension, moving out into the world, doubts and fears. Okay, we're coming up into a really big full moon on Wednesday. That could be that energy coming up there. The goddess of creation, transformation, creativity and wholeness. Okay, so we could be starting off in a place of apprehension, connecting into with ourselves and finding our creativity, making transformation. Okay, then we've got night wind, facing fear, subconscious release and healing. So yeah, so as we're retreating and in our Cancerian shell, it can be a time of nurturing. It could be a place where we hide from our fears and doubts in the world, but we're having an opportunity to face them, face our fears, release them from our subconscious. That brings about healing and transformation as we evolve into our creativity and wholeness. That would tie in with today's astrology, with the trine to Neptune and the opposition to Mars and Venus, in imbalance in our energies, going out, coming in. It's the thing I always do when I've got stuff coming up, is I retreat into myself. Often can't communicate with anybody. I just want to go inside and process, and I'll be back when I've finished. So it works for me. It's worked for me for years. So okay, what do I think? What the Handel deck today? See what these cards have to say for the energies. Okay, so what do we need to know for today? The 13th of February 2022, please. Messages from Spirit for the collective. what advice and support and guidance can you give us to navigate today's energies? What do we need to know for today, the 13th of February 2022? Okay, let's see what we've got. Okay, so we have the Six of Cups, happiness at the centre of the spread. The Mother of Swords in the south. The Father of Swords in the south. The Magician. The Son of Cups in the north. The Eight of Swords. The Nine of Stones, material gain, and then the Three of Cups overflowing, and we've got alchemy or temperance, we have the Tower, and then we have the Ace of Stones, then the Emperor, Hanged Man, Son and Daughter of Wands. Okay, so I'm seeing a little story going on there, which I will come to. Okay, yeah, just got that story. Okay, so where we find ourselves, we're contemplating what it means to have happiness. The Six of Cups in this deck is called happiness. And it can be about sort of going in and looking at our emotions and what brings us happiness, and sort of how we connect to that. In the Moon card position, which is our subconscious or unconscious mind, our intuition, and our emotions, we have the Queen of Swords showing up. And the Queen of Swords, she has a sword of truth, and she cuts away the doubts and the fears as they come up, and we face them and look them straight in the face, acknowledge them, thank them for keeping us safe, love them, then we can release them and free ourselves from the illusion and the delusion of them. This is supported by the Mercury card, which is our mind and our thinking and intellect, information, communication, self-expression. We have the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is about being in the power of the mind, that clarity, knowing what is truth and knowing what is doubts or fears or illusions and things like that. So knowing that, sort of sitting in the power of the mind, a really nice card to get in that position, and seeing the truth of the matter. You're real, you're a critical parent voice, you're the truth, you're self-doubts that I have going back to my childhood or whatever. Okay, and with the King and Queen here, we can cut through all of this today, which brings us to the Venus card, which is our values around love and money and relationship and friendships, and beauty, harmony, pleasure in our lives. We are the Magician today. We can manifest whatever we want in terms of our values around love and money and relationships. The Magician stands on the earth plane between heaven and earth, and he said heaven and hell then. Some might think it's a bit of a hellscape at the moment, but you know, we're shifting through. Just keep going. Anyway, channeling down from heaven, from 5D, from the subconscious, and manifesting in the physical realm, the 3D. So by going inside, connecting in with what makes us happy, cutting away that doesn't, all the old belief patterns and sort of illusions and fears and doubts and and other things that sort of bubble up from the subconscious, allows us to transform ourselves and manifest our happiness and our creativity on the physical plane. And then we get in the sun position, which is the conscious mind, and our core identity, core vitality, inner strength, how we shine out into the world, brings in sort of messages of love. Okay, as we transform ourselves, then the happiness that we're looking for has a chance to manifest in our lives. Okay, the Mars card next to it, which is how we take action, our ambitions, our will, drive, determination. We have the Eight of Swords, interference. This is the determination and the drive to cut through all this mental anguish that we live in so often. Okay, so with the Eight, with the King and the Queen here to cut away that, and all the cup energy, it gives us a real opportunity to be able to cut through all those old patterns, old stories. The Jupiter card of what's working for us in our life today is hope, optimism, good luck, good fortune, expansiveness, truth, justice and freedom. We've got the Nine of Stones or the Nine of Discs or Pentacles, material gain. It could be that we're questioning not just our values around love, but also around money. And by working on these negative stories, it could open the door for a little bit of a windfall, or, you know, self-confidence, independence, standing in our own power. Okay, what's the Saturn card, what's working against us? Obstacles, limitations, restrictions, responsibilities and commitments. We've got the Three of Cups here. If we aren't able to cut through the interference and the old patterns, then it blocks us from our abundance and our overflowing. This is a real motivation to do the work, because we want to release ourselves from this blockage and step into our abundance. It's our abundance that brings us the happiness. Okay, so that's the cards. We've got a bit of a story going on in the cards at the bottom of the deck, which are the general environment for the reading. So the first one out was alchemy, temperance, balancing the energies, balancing the mind and the heart, the masculine and the feminine, and bringing ourselves into harmony. I think this is going to be a big theme of this next month, with Venus and Mars tangoing together through Capricorn and into Aquarius. When we bring ourselves into balance, the old structures fall away, the tower, the delusions and the illusions, the fear and the self-doubts and things like that, they fall away, which gives the opportunity of a new beginning. We've got the Ace of Pentacles here, or the Ace of Stones or Discs, new beginnings. So in that new beginning, it wants us to question. We've got the Hanged Man here and the Emperor. And when I first saw these cards, the first thing that came through was questioning our perspective on what it means to be a man, or, you know, sort of getting a different perspective on the masculine energies. It could be something like stepping away from toxic masculinity and sort of opening up to the creative masculine side. It is the masculine side that is so wildly out of balance. All these millennia of living in patriarchy, the whole of the world is completely out of balance, and it's now a time to be rethinking the masculine energies and mastering ourselves. The 21st century is the rise of the divine feminine energies, bringing the two back into balance. This next month, we've got an opportunity on a very personal level within ourselves to balance our old perception, to unravel our old perceptions of our divine masculine and divine feminine energies and bring those into balance. Maybe cutting away sort of, the old paradigm beliefs about the feminine and the masculine energies. And then the last two cards, just we got the Daughter of Wands and the Son of Wands. And these two sort of, I got the message of balance. It's about balancing that divine masculine and divine feminine in the spark of creation, of them working together. And they're young cards. It's not the King and Queen who sort of very much already in their roles and tradition and things like that. With it being the Daughter and the Son, this is new energies, this is new paradigms coming through. So I think it feels like this is the opening gate, or the starting step and starting page of what we're going to be examining over this next month, as the planets of divine masculine and divine feminine energies dance together. First of all, in Capricorn, where Mars is very happy, Venus less so, and then into Aquarius, where I always feel that Venus is happier and Mars less so. The other thing that it ties into is later in February, they are going to both conjunct Pluto at the same time. Now, Pluto at the moment is forming a sextile to the South Node in Capricorn, ruled by Mars, and forming a trine to the North Node in Taurus, ruled by Venus. So again, that's striking me as another message of letting go of the old karma and patterns around our masculinity. And it's like we all have masculine and feminine within us. This isn't about gender or anything like that. This is about energies, and we all have both sides within us. And one of our jobs to do down here on Earth is to bring those energies back into balance. So again, we're letting go of the old paradigms of the masculine and forming new perspectives on masculinity and what it means to have those energies, and how we bring those energies back into a much more balanced state. In the new paradigm with the children, the divine masculine, divine feminine children, to take forward in this evolution of humanity that's going on at the moment. So more big energy. It just, I'm sure I was saying this yesterday about sort of, it just feels like it's just a constant sort of evolution and dance with all these planets. This is a big year of awakening, a big year of transformation, and it hasn't let up yet. And it just feels like, and there's more, and the next big thing. There's, it's all just sort of interweaving with itself, and it's a sense of being pulled forward with these energies, with very little rest in between. Although, Moon in Cancer, look after your energies. If you need to retreat to process things, do it. Okay. And also it's sort of bit retreating as well, as we're sort of just going into up to the full moon, and it feels an incredibly potent full moon. I can just feel all this energy building up inside of me that is waiting to just burst through, and just spending the time sort of in process with it, and digging deep into the subconscious. What is it that's there? What do I need to do with it? What does it need to tell me? So yeah, it continues. So thank you for watching the video. I hoped it resonated with you. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel. And for notifications, click on the wiggly bell. If you'd like a personal reading from me, then please email me at the address below this video in the description box. Have a wonderful day. Remember to take care of yourself above everything else. And until tomorrow, thank you for watching.